class. I hope you are all clear about our last class and ready to listen today's class. From this week we are dealing with separation techniques. You know what is the need for separation, why we are separating the mixtures, and some separation techniques like hand picking, winnowing, sieving, etc. Now we can continue with the next separation technique. The next separation technique is dissolution. What is dissolution? Have any idea about dissolution? Consider you have a mixture. You have sand in that, sugar in that. How you separate the sugar and sand? You can separate this mixture by dissolution, by dissolving. For that, one of the component of that particular mixture should dissolve in the liquids. Now, if you pour water, if you fill this vessel with water, what happens? What happens? Yeah, the salt or sugar present in this, the sugar, we took sugar, so we can say sugar. Sugar present in the mixture will dissolve and mix up with the water, and this, when you take out this water separately, this sand can be separated. Now from this liquid you can take the sugar separately by using some other separation techniques. There are techniques to separate this sugar from the solution like crystallization. You can say using crystallization you can do this. So what is dissolution? When you have a mixture and one of the substance from that particular mixture is a soluble substance, then you can go for this dissolution. You have to add the particular mixture in the liquid so that the substance which can be dissolved will dissolve in the water, and the remaining, the other substance will remain as it, so you can separate it easily. This is about dissolution. Next one is sedimentation and decantation. What is sedimentation? You have mixture, you have water. In this water you have some particles like you can say chalk powder. How can you separate this chalk powder and water? You can separate. What you should do is, you have to allow this mixture for some time. You just don't disturb this mixture and you just keep it as it for some time. What happens means, this chalk powder will start settling in the bottom. So all this chalk powder will settle down in the bottom, and the water will remain in the top. Now what you should do is, you have to separate this. This process is nothing but called sedimentation and separating this one. So when you pour this water without disturbing, this chalk powder will stay here and liquid will flow through this water. You can separate here, and the chalk powder will remain in this bowl. So this is the another method, which is sedimentation and decantation. Then the next one is filtration. What is filtration? From the name even you can say it is using filters. What type of filters we use? What type of filters we use? Usually in chemistry, what is the filter you use? Have a funnel like this. What you will keep here as a filter? What is kept here as a filter? You all gone to chemistry lab, right? Have you ever done something related to filter? Have you heard this word filter paper? This is nothing but the filter paper. Then you have to keep this filter paper in the funnel, and now when you pour this mixture, for example you have sand and water, when you pour this mixture, sand will stay in the filter paper and water get filtered in the beaker. This is nothing but filtration. Now when you consider this last two methods, sedimentation and decantation and filtration, here this substance settled down is called sediment and this liquid is called supernal. This is sediment and supernal. Then here this is called, the solid collected in the filter paper is called residue, and this water collected in the beaker is called filtrate. So this is sediment, supernatant, here residue, filtrate. This is the two words you should know. It may repeat in your higher classes also. So filtration is nothing but using some filters. It can be any filter. The sieve is also a filter. Then funnel shaped filters we use. Many filters are there. In chemistry we use this filter as a filter paper. When you keep this filter paper inside this funnel, the solid will stay in the filter paper and the liquid will come out through this hole and it is collected in the beaker. Then the next one is evaporation. What is evaporation? You all know, changing from liquid to gas is nothing but called evaporation. Now when you have some solutions, for example you have sugar solution or something, when you apply, or you have water and sand, this how you can separate? You can separate using filtration, but when you consider that the solid is dissolved in the water, what you do? When you heat this liquid, the liquid content will evaporate and the solid will settle down. This best example is salt. Just simply they are taking the ocean water, and how they are getting salt from that? They are taking only the ocean water, and ocean water they will make like this compartments, and they will make the ocean water like this. When the sunlight falls into this, all the water content will start evaporating. Water content will start evaporating and the salt will settle down in the bottom. When all the water content got evaporated, the remaining is salt, which settles down in the bottom of the place. They will be having a separate place for separating this salt from sea water. This is nothing but evaporation. By applying heat, by increasing the temperature, you get this liquid and solid separator. Then the next one is separating funnel. Have you heard this separating funnel? Have you ever heard about the separating funnel? In your lower classes also same method you have. It's a specially made apparatus. Separating funnel is a apparatus. It is used for separation. How this separating funnel is used for separation, we can see now. Separating funnel, as I said, it is a special apparatus. How this look like means, see here, it is just a, here a stopcock is there. This is nothing but the separating funnel. How you can separate using this separating funnel? When you consider the separating funnel, this separating funnel can be applied to only liquid mixtures. That is emulsion. So, the components present in the mixture should be liquids. Also, it should be emulsion. Liquids means you can say water with some other liquid, milk. It is liquid mixture. When you consider it as an emulsion, these two liquids should be immiscible. These two liquids should not mix with one another. Can you please say one example for emulsion? Already you have learned many examples. Say any two examples for emulsion. You can say water plus oil, whether it is an emulsion. It's an emulsion. Water plus kerosene. It's an emulsion. So, when you use the separating funnel method, it should be a liquid mixture and it should be an emulsion. Now, you got the mixture to be separated. How this can be separated using the separating funnel? You have to take the emulsion here. Consider when you pour this emulsion in the separating funnel, this emulsion, what is the property of this emulsion? When you mix the two liquids, it will not mix together. Even after mixing in the same bowl, it will be two liquids only. It cannot mix up. So, when you take this emulsion in that separating funnel, consider this is water and this is oil. We are taking the first mixture. This one. This is water and this is oil. They have not mixed. They are still separate. Now what you should do is, you can fix it in the stand. If required. Have a This is a rough setup I have drawn. In your book you have a clear picture. You can go through that. Now what you should do is, you should slowly open this knob. What happens? This liquid present in the bottom, that is, you consider this is a water, right? Water starts flowing through this, and when all this water is dropped, you have to close this knob. Now what happens? This oil will come here. This is what happens, right? Water will be collected. You have to just remove this conical flask and you keep other. Now water you have collected separately. Now when you open this knob, this oil can be separated, and now you have water and oil in your two conical flasks or beakers. So you got understood what is separating funnel? It's simple. It is a special funnel. This is nothing but called separating funnel. Have to take the separating funnel, then you have to pour the emulsion inside this separating funnel. Emulsion, it won't mix up. When you open this knob, first the water will be collected, then you have to remove this flask, and again if you keep another flask, you can get the water and oil separated using separating funnel method. This is a separation technique. So in our today's class we have learned about 5 techniques. They are dissolution, sedimentation and decantation, filtration, evaporation and separating funnel. Just have a quick revise. Dissolution. What is dissolution? When you have, what should be there? When you have sand and salt, and the one material or one substance should be soluble in the water or any liquids, you can put the mixture in the liquid, the soluble substance will dissolve and the remaining you can get it separated. Then the next one is sedimentation and decantation. In sedimentation and decantation, can you remember this? Have to take a beaker, consider clay and water. This clay, when you allow, it will settle down. It is called sediment. Then you have to, this is supernatant. When you pour this using a stirrer, you get the clay separated and the water gets separated from the clay. Clear picture is given in your book. Go through your book. Next one is the filtration. Filtration using filters. That may be any filters. A sieve can also be used as a filter. When you consider this chemistry, you use filter paper as a filtrate for performing filtration. When you keep the filter paper here, the solid particles will stay and liquid will be collected. Here this is nothing but called filtration. Then the next one is evaporation. When you have some salts dissolved in the water, for example I said no salt solution, when you allow this mixture to stay in high temperature, the water content will evaporate and the salt we can separate it easily. That is nothing but evaporation. The last one is separating funnel. Separating funnel is using a special funnel called separating funnel. You have to take emulsion in the separating funnel. Both should be liquid and this both should not mix together. It will be in the same funnel but it will not mix. When you take such liquids, that is emulsion, when you allow this knob to flow, first liquid water will flow, but then you have to take this conical flask and next you have to keep the next one. Then you can get the remaining oil in the other beaker so that you can separate the emulsion. So I hope this is enough for today's class. So what about tomorrow, next class? Next class also as usual you are going to continue with the separation techniques. And one more thing, from 6th standard onwards, from your 6th grade you are learning about this separation techniques. So I hope this much big explanation is not required for. So I want you to read your book. You people have to read your book. If you read the book, it is very easy. It's given in simple terms. You can clearly understand. So I request all of you to read your book. In the next class also we can continue with other separation techniques such as distillation, fractional distillation, paper chromatography. These are all some techniques we are going to continue. Thank you for listening. We can meet in the next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.